This time of the year, wintertime, or getting close to wintertime, but in the wintertime, how deep can you safely fish for spotted bass? Kentucky spotted bass, Alabama spotted bass, whatever you want to call them. We simply call them Kentuckies or spotted bass here in Oklahoma. How deep do you need to go down to find them? Good morning, guys and girls. Good morning. Reading from a Catch a Better Life book on the Catch a Better Life channel on YouTube. Please subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed to it. If you want a copy of this book, you can get it at jimmyhouston.com. You can get them Barnes & Nobles, Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's, Books A Million, Hobby Lobby, just about anywhere books are sold. If you want your copy autographed and personalized, if you want to get it from jimmyhouston.com, I'll be happy to do that for you. Just tell us who you want it personalized to. They're tremendous gift books, tremendous Christmas gifts. We got Christmas coming up pretty soon, and they're under $20, so they're an inexpensive gift, and yet they will change people's life for the better. So it's a wonderful Christmas gift, and we can personalize them to people. Today we're looking in the book of Job, Job 8:21, and it says, "He will yet fill your mouth with laughing and your lips with rejoicing." I was thinking about filling barns when I was trying to read that verse. He'll fill your barns with plenty. He will fill your mouth with laughing. He will fill your lips with rejoicing. This is talking to Job. This is one of Job's friends talking to him there. One of the really tough tournaments for Chris was back in 1977, before most of you were born. I know that. Bass and Gal Classic on Lake Ferguson. That's a navigable oxbow lake on the Mississippi River. Chris was catching a few, but definitely not catching anywhere close to enough to win. Not even enough to get really, really high in the tournament. On the final and the last day of the tournament, her great friend and fellow competitor, Frida Adams, told her, "Chris, I'm getting bites fishing between the park barges, but I can't catch them. I can't get my spinnerbait down in between them barges very well without spooking the fish." Chris immediately switched to a different lure that she could accurately cast far back in between the barges. She also fished a lure back in between those barges that wouldn't make any noise hardly if it hit the barges. Spinnerbait, it's got a lead head, it's got a blade on it, and when it hits the barge, it's going to make a clunk, it's going to spook the fish. But what she put on was a fluke. That's right, a fluke. And it's a fluke just on a hook and a fluke. It's soft plastic. It hit the barge, it wouldn't make any noise at all. So she threw back there, and if she didn't make an accurate cast, and she's very, very, very accurate, if she didn't make an accurate cast, it still didn't spook the fish. Chris won that Bass and Gal Classic. She won that Bass and Gal Classic. I was fishing in Mobile, Alabama that exact same week. We were apart. She was fishing one tournament, I was fishing in the other. I was fishing in Mobile, Alabama, and we were fishing the Mobile Delta, and I finished second in that tournament. Got beat by a little bit less than a pound. So we nearly won both of the year. That was the Project Sports Championship, or Classic as they called it. I won that once or twice. Won it twice actually, I guess. But I had a chance to win that one as well, and we'd have won both of the year-end tournaments. That'd have really been something, wouldn't it? But we didn't. I finished second. She won the tournament. Today's verse has Job's friends trying to reassure him that no matter how bad things are, and life was terrible for Job right then. It was just absolutely horrible for Job at that time. He had lost everything he has. No matter how bad things are, God has better plans for us. He's got better plans for us, even in our direst and darkest day. God has better plans for us. He has rejoicing, so keep praising God. Keep praising God. Keep praising God. Praying, praising. He will not leave you. And like Job, you might just receive double. Job basically received double what he lost when he lost everything that he had, including his kids, including his sons and daughters. And an amazing thing, the Bible says that Job had 3 daughters, and they were the most beautiful women in the world. They were the most beautiful women in the whole area at that time. Here's our tip for today. Don't be afraid to fish really, really deep for wintertime spotted bass, even as much as 40 and 50 feet. That's right. You can go down 40 and 50 feet. One of the places around here where we catch spotted bass down deep like that is Lake Tenkiller. Another place is Table Rock Lake. And mostly you can get out in the middle of pockets. Pay attention to the birds. Pay attention to water turkeys, cormorants. Pay attention to loons. Where you see those feeding, they're feeding on shad. There's generally spotted bass down underneath them on the lakes that's got spotted bass in it. Follow those loons, follow those water turkeys in the middle, where they are in the middle of the coast, and start looking around. and you're probably going to be able to drop spoons right down on that fish, and there's a lot of them down there. There's a lot of them. You can catch a lot of fish. Fish, a bait that you can drop down and vertically jig over the top of them, and you can really, really whack some big fish. My buddy Mike Webb over at Table Rock, he told me he lives for December and January just so he could do that right there, 40 and 50 feet deep, catching spotted bass. Guys and girls, fish lucky, and remember, I sure do love you.